The night I came home to find my clothes thrown on the couch felt like a punch to the gut. I stood there for a long second, keys still in my hand, trying to make sense of the scene. The half-folded shirts, my belt draped over the armrest like it was trash, and my wife's back turned to me as she silently wiped down a spotless kitchen counter. I had only been gone for a few hours. I didn't expect the temperature of our home to drop into something glacial in that time. Earlier that day, I had a conversation, a necessary one, with my wife's younger sister, Kayla. She'd been living with us for almost a year. At first, it was meant to be temporary, just a few weeks while she got back on her feet. But those weeks turned into months, and soon she was more a resident than a guest. Kayla was charming and easygoing, the kind of person who could smile her way out of accountability. She'd lounge on our couch for hours, streaming shows, ordering takeout, and leaving the delivery receipts on the counter as if to decorate it. I kept waiting for her to step up, find a job that stuck, start contributing to the rent, to the bills, to the groceries, but it never happened. It wasn't just the financial burden. It was imbalance. The growing sense that she saw our house as hers too, without the weight of responsibility that came with it. I talked to my wife about it multiple times. Emily would always defend her, saying things like, "She's just struggling right now," or, "She's trying, babe. You know how hard things have been for her." But trying doesn't keep the lights on. So that morning, when Emily had gone out for a meeting and Kayla was still in her robe at noon, I sat down with her. I was calm, respectful, but firm. I told her, if she wanted to keep living with us, things had to change. She needed to contribute, cut down on her spending, start paying a portion of the bills, and show some intention to move forward. She said nothing for a moment, then nodded slowly. "Okay," she murmured, avoiding eye contact. It seemed like the message had landed, but clearly she had another plan. When I stepped inside that evening and saw the look on Emily's face, stony, cold, like I was a stranger in our own home, I knew Kayla had gotten to her first. "You're sleeping on the couch tonight," Emily said without looking at me. Her voice didn't even quiver. Figure out. "Wait, what?" "You heard me." "Emily, what the hell is going on?" "Because I asked Kayla to help with bills." Her eyes snapped toward me. "You humiliated her, Michael. You made her feel like trash in her own home." "In our home," I corrected sharply. "And no, I didn't humiliate her. I asked her to act like an adult. She's been freeloading off us for a year." Emily stepped closer. "She's my sister. I'm your husband." The silence that followed was suffocating. And so I slept on the couch that night, staring at the ceiling, my heart pounding not from anger, but from the realization that something deeper had shifted. The days that followed didn't bring resolution. Emily became distant, guarded. Kayla stayed out of sight, avoiding me like I was the villain of some story she had rewritten. The house felt split in half, one side of it wrapped in tension, the other in whispers and shared glances that shut me out. I tried to talk to Emily again. "Do you seriously not see what's happening?" I asked one night over dinner, our forks clinking too loudly on porcelain. "She's manipulating you. She's comfortable. She doesn't want to get better." "You think you know everything," she snapped. "You're just cold. All you care about is money and control." "That's not fair," I said quietly. "All I want is balance, respect, a partnership." "Then maybe you should have thought about that before you made my sister feel unsafe." That word stuck with me. Unsafe. Like I was a threat. Like I was the problem. Eventually, I started staying later at work. The couch became familiar. The intimacy between Emily and me vanished like steam off a mirror. I would hear them, Emily and Kayla, laughing late into the night, the sound floating down the hallway like a taunt. Then came the final break. One Saturday afternoon, I came home early and walked into the living room to find Kayla curled up on the couch, wearing one of my hoodies. My hoodie! Her bare legs stretched over the cushion, her eyes locked on the show, acting like the queen of a castle she didn't build. I stared for a moment, speechless. She glanced at me and smirked. "Didn't think you'd be home." "I live here," I said sharply. "So do I," she replied without missing a beat. "No, you stay here." She shrugged, still wearing that smirk, and I could feel something shift again, this time in me. A cold understanding settled into my bones. It wasn't just freeloading. This wasn't just a case of a sister overstaying her welcome. It was intentional. Kayla had driven a wedge between Emily and me, and Emily had let her. The betrayal wasn't just that Emily had taken her side. It was that she wanted to. Somewhere along the way, she had stopped choosing me. I found the confirmation weeks later. A bank alert showed up in my inbox, one I didn't recognize. A shared card we never used had a string of unusual charges. I followed the trail and uncovered something worse than debt. There were receipts, hotel stays, expensive dinners, Uber rides. Not mine. Confronting Emily was like stepping into a play I hadn't rehearsed for. She was calm, almost too calm, when I showed her the proof. "I didn't think you'd notice," she said simply. "Who is it?" She didn't answer. She didn't have to. The betrayal was complete. It wasn't just about the money or the guest bedroom turned war zone. It was that my wife, the person I built a life with, had not only taken someone else into our home, but into her heart and shut me out. The couch became my place again that night. But this time, it was by choice. A week later, I moved out, left behind the house, the arguments, the gaslighting, the twisted sisterhood that had swallowed my marriage. I signed the papers quietly. No drama. Just a clean exit from a life that no longer had room for me. Sometimes betrayal doesn't come with a knife in the back. Sometimes it comes with silence, with shared secrets behind closed doors, with the sound of laughter that no longer includes you. And sometimes the only way to heal is to walk away. I did, and I've been breathing easier ever since.